Ever heard of mayonnaise-flavored ice cream? Not only does it exist, but people seem to be torn in half over it. There are those who hate the living crap out of it, and those who cannot imagine their life without this outlandish dessert. Let me introduce you to the VPN analog of mayonnaise ice cream, PureVPN. Many people like it, however many don't. But don't worry, there won't be any subjective opinions here, since today I'll be dissecting this service to find out if it deserves praise or shame. I will analyze all the security and privacy features, take a look at its speeds, entertainment capabilities, interface, and pricing. If you're into cybersecurity content, check out our channel. My fellow colleagues and I have some outstanding content. Amy even built a robot recently. Anyways, there's so much more to find out from CyberNews, so just do it. Okay, so how often do you look for new software? And how do you choose? I have a habit of looking at reviews, both negative and positive ones, to try to realistically judge if this service is even worth trying out. With PureVPN, however, better judgment may not work. There are some comments claiming it's the best VPN on earth, and some comments advocating that the Antichrist himself made this godforsaken VPN. So I had to find out for myself and let you know in this PureVPN Review 2021 which groups of commenters got it right. PureVPN lacks the modern WireGuard protocol, but has the classic IKEv2 and OpenVPN protocols available, both of which support the AES-256 encryption algorithm, considered virtually unbreakable. Same goes for the L2TP, IPsec, and SSTP protocols, used exclusively on Windows and designed to bypass firewalls. But there's also the PPTP protocol, but it's pretty old and unsecure, so I would argue against using it. So far, PureVPN looks pretty well. The first weakness emerges with the kill switch. This feature kills your internet connection if the VPN fails for some reason. PureVPN does have a kill switch, but it doesn't react in some cases, leaving your IP address out in the open. Not an ideal situation, especially if you live in a restrictive country. But PureVPN has it turned on by default. Of course, you can turn it off in the settings if you need to, but that's not all. Let's look at its privacy. Do you see any red flags here? PureVPN is based in Hong Kong, which, although autonomous from China, is still very susceptible. This raises questions you might be aware of, particularly if you intend to use PureVPN to annoy the Chinese government. And one more thing, PureVPN was caught in 2017 leaking information to the FBI. Since then, PureVPN has amended their no-log policy and went through an independent audit, showing that they have closed the gaps. However, you should be aware that PureVPN still keeps your name, email, and payment details with no option for anonymous payment. Well, at least there are extra security features, such as split tunneling, which is only available on PureVPN Android apps. This feature allows you to run through only chosen applications through the VPN connection. This can be handy if you only need the VPN to browse and your other activities do not require a VPN connection. Port forwarding is also a neat feature, allowing you to set up gaming servers, host websites, and overall remotely access devices while using the VPN. This feature, however, requires extra payment. Well, you'll be happy to find out that PureVPN's performance does not require extra payments. Talking about performance, usually we mean speed, and that partly depends on the tunneling protocol. So, a lot of popular VPNs either use WireGuard or they develop an analog. PureVPN does not have WireGuard, but OpenVPN is doing a good job in its place. With a baseline speed like this, I have only gotten noticeable lag spikes when connecting to distant servers like Argentina, while European servers, for example Germany, yielded very good performance. The Windows app helps you choose the right server. You can see server ping without even connecting to it, so you don't have to test servers. And once you are connected, the app will conveniently display which protocol you are using, as well as your current upload and download speeds. Continuing with the performance discussion, PureVPN has over 6,500 servers in 140 countries. That's more than NordVPN or ExpressVPN offer, both of which are considered to be top services. However, in 87 countries, you will get access to virtual servers, not physical ones. That means you will get assigned an IP of the country you need, but your connection will be routed through a different country. Because of that, your speeds might be worse, and while PureVPN acknowledges that, they do not show whether the server is virtual or physical. Regardless of which server you connect to, at least you will get a good chance to watch your favorite Netflix series. Probably. PureVPN Netflix performance is a bit inconsistent. You can unblock US, UK, and Canada servers, but not always. I had no luck with German or French libraries, and some users report Netflix not loading at all with this VPN, but this rumor seems to fall into the myth category. PureVPN can unblock BBC iPlayer. Performance might not be perfect, but it works. And thankfully, with UK servers, you can unblock dazzling. Overall, PureVPN can do its job with streaming, but it's not my first choice with that. However, when it comes to torrenting, I have some good news for all of you. While PureVPN doesn't allow P2P in some countries such as US, UK, Canada, and such, all other servers are fair game. You can always check the list under the location tab to find out if the server you have your eyes on supports torrenting. With PureVPN, downloading torrents isn't the fastest process in the world, but it works reliably, which I can only commend. Now it's time for this PureVPN review 2021 to touch on the most subjective part of any review. If you're a fan of extreme minimalism, then this VPN is for you. PureVPN apps are minimalistic, and you won't need a PureVPN tutorial to find out exactly how to use it. Looking at the Windows app, the first thing to know is that the version of the app available via the official website is the beta version. According to the PureVPN team, this is just for testing purposes. The Windows version lacks some of the previously available features like split tunneling, but still has all the protocols and the kill switch. The macOS version is different in this regard. PureVPN Mac setup also doesn't require anything special, but the Mac version doesn't have the OpenVPN protocol and there's no ping displayed next to each server. When you connect to the server, you can change the protocol, regulate the kill switch, and observe your current download or upload speeds. However, for any changes you make in connection details to apply, you will have to reconnect to the server. As for Linux, everything there is done through the command line interface, with only the OpenVPN protocol available. Now, PureVPN's Android app has split tunneling OpenVPN protocols just like the iOS app. Plus, you can choose between light and dark themes. And if you want to set up your PureVPN on a router, it's possible, but only with certain router brands. On their website, you can find all the information about that, so check it out. Now, regardless of the plan that you choose, PureVPN allows 10 simultaneous connections, and if you have any trouble, there's always customer support. As per tradition, the only support I tolerate is live chat, and PureVPN has a 24/7 live chat with agents contacting you in under a minute after you enter your name and email address. Last but definitely not least is pricing. That's the last challenge for PureVPN. 2021 is merciless if you're expensive and not perfect. Few people will even consider buying you. PureVPN doesn't start very favorably in that regard. You can get a 7-day trial for 99 cents, while some of the top VPNs offer the same, but for free. Even then, after your trial ends, you'll be instantly billed for the plan you chose if you didn't cancel your PureVPN subscription before the end of the trial. Luckily, PureVPN actually has good pricing with long subscriptions. For example, a very good offer on a 2-year deal. Then again, a lot of features are hidden by additional paywalls. Port forwarding, a PureVPN dedicated IP, or DDoS protection will all cost you an extra $1 a month. At least there's a 31-day money-back guarantee. During this period, desktop users can get a refund through customer support, while mobile users through their corresponding app stores. I'd say PureVPN falls into the category of average VPNs. There are things it does well and things it does worse. I can definitely recommend trying it out for a week and then bailing if you didn't like it. $1 for a week is not such a bad deal after all. Okay, now, so these are my thoughts after testing PureVPN. What do you think about it? Have you tried it? Maybe you're considering trying it out? Share your thoughts in the comments below and make sure to visit our channel for more cybersecurity tutorials and reviews. Subscribing is such a nice action of love and kindness, you know?